please.
And the yellow jacket there in the monkey. Where's Peter?
Say hello, missus.
Hello, Robbie. No privatisation.
For fuck's sake, lads, come on. From the river to the sea!
Irish water will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Irish water will be free!
That's it, wake up!
Whatever you do.
Yay! Go on, you go team. Excellent.
We won't pay! 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 We won't pay!
We won't pay.
Irish water will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Irish water will be free!
No way!
We won't pay!
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 No way!
We won't pay! We won't pay! We won't pay! We won't pay! We won't pay!
Don't stop it now, it'll just keep on going. Our human rights are worth saving, so let's work together or we'll all sink like stones for the times that they are changing. Come writers and journalists telling that tale. Keep your eyes wide, time to remove the veil. Report the truth, enough of the spiel. The level of coverage is shaming, and the people now are sick of the spin, and the times that they are changing. Come TDs and ministers, please heed the call. Don't stand in our way, rally to our cause, for we are the ones who put you in that Dail. Ignoring us now is outrageous. So we're shaking your windows, rattling your walls, and the times they are changing.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much on behalf of Right2Water, on behalf of all the affiliate organisations, and most of all on behalf of the communities all around Ireland who've been fighting this water tax for months and will continue fighting this water tax and fighting Irish water until it's in the bin. Thank you very much. Today is International Human Rights Day. Water is a human right. 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 And because it's an International Human Rights Day, we've got some guests from outside Ireland here. Some of you already met them. Some of you might have heard them or seen them on the television, on the radio. And I'm going to invite them on stage. I want you to welcome a big Irish, a big Dublin welcome for the Detroit Water Wade. We've got Justin Wheaters, we've got Shemaim, who likes to be called Shoe, we've got Peace Makita, we've got D'Amico, and over here with George. George is from SOS Greece, anti-water campaign. From Dublin to Detroit! From Dublin to Detroit! To Detroit! We're going to be talking to all the guys later on. We've got a long afternoon, but it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to send a strong message across the road here that the people haven't gone away and we're going to overthrow this tax. So give them a big welcome. They'll be back later. We'll have a long chat. Now, at the end of this month, it will be 200 weeks. 200 weeks, just think about that. Since this man started a protest in a place called Ballyhay. Well, an organisation called Ballyhay says no. Who have been fighting against this stage for that length of time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. From Ballyhay says no, Dermot Flynn. Come on,
Can you hear me? 4 years waiting, it's a long time. Okay. A catch cry of Michael Noonan and this government, of so many thousands of Irish homeowners, without even giving those people the option of bidding for those mortgages themselves. Balance those books, Michael. Just as you and your friends in Europe were able to introduce legislation that impoverishes this nation in this generation, that enslaves future generations to the EU and its debt collection heavies in the ECB, we want you now to reverse that legislation and set us free and allow us to prosper, Michael. Balance those books.
Everybody's home. So consider this now. The amount of information that this company wants on every Irish citizen. Our names, our addresses, our bank details, the ages of our children, our signatures, our PPS numbers, and now it transpires photographs of our homes. Well, they've more chance of getting a picture of me in the shower than they have of getting all that information. And anyone who wants that photograph, I can mail it to you if you get in contact with me. I'm a historian and a tour guide, and I specialise in the 1916 Rising. As the centenary approaches, it's one that wonderful to feel revolution in the air at the moment. I think James Connolly would approve of this wonderful turnout we have today. For ex-ministers, I don't want my taxes to go towards me paying bondholders who gambled on my children's future. I don't want my taxes paying a wage to politicians who seek to squeeze us with more austerity year in, year out in order to satisfy the IMF and the EU. Is it any wonder that a certain political class more interested in fumbling in the greasy till would have us forget the 1916 Rising? It's an interesting thing here. When plans were being drawn up to celebrate the centenary of the 1798 rebellion of Wolftown and the United Irishmen, James Connolly was keen to point out at the time that William Martin Murphy was on the organising committee in 1898. The same William Martin Murphy who would be the one who would start the workers of Dublin and their families a few years later during the lockout. It would be similar to Dennis O'Brien being nominated to chair the celebrations for the Easter's Rising in 2016.
Mille buíos agus tá mé hán sásta a bheith libse an seo aniu tá sé níos fearr an seo ná a bhfuil sé san Dail. This is real democracy, people power. And I want to commend every single person here. You have made a stand, not just for yourselves, but for scores of thousands of people who cannot be here this day. Your protests, more than any TD, more than any senator, more than any politician, your protests have forced this government to do a partial U-turn on the issue of water. So go gorgeous. But what the government has done is not good enough. The government have to scrap water charges on Irish water. Says he's listening. The Tánaiste says she is listening. They don't listen to ordinary citizens. They listen to the elites, to the big bankers, to the financiers, to the corrupt people at the top. If this was a real republic, and be sure of this, this is a republic in name only. If this was a real republic, citizens would be sovereign. And what struggle is about is empowerment. And this Right2Water campaign is a brilliant example of people being empowered, telling the government what they're doing is not good enough, and standing up for yourselves and for your rights. Charges to do what James Connolly described as the reconquest of Ireland by the Irish people. I'm from the north. Is anybody here from County Louth? Nobody ever gives anybody rights. You have to take your rights. And that's what you're doing here today. So, Arai Lynn, we will stay campaigning. We will stay together, we will stay on the streets, until this government becomes the servants of the people as opposed to thinking. Guys up in the trees, good to see you. Be safe up there. Claire Daily TV. No, I apologise. Claire's in the background. As I've been saying all along, this is a campaign which is about communities. And we had a wonderful night last night in Crumlin with the Detroit Water Brigade and Georgios from Thessalonica. And there says no.
The representative of the Crumlin says no to water charges and meters. A fantastic group of women and men. This group stood up against Irish Water and GM Sierra and stopped them from installing a single meter in the Crumlin area. They stood firm for 2 months. Not one meter got installed during that time. We then joined our neighbours in Drimna, Inchicore and Bluebell. And we stopped the meter going in there as well. What that tells us is that the power doesn't always reside with the elites of this world like Dennis O'Brien. It doesn't reside with the people that occupy the big house either.
There are moments that change the course of history. They don't come down around that often. So savor it. We are living it. And you can tell your children and your grandchildren that you helped change Ireland. Decades ago, when Jim Larkin organised on these streets with the rallying cry that the great only appear great because we are on our knees, let us rise. Right he was, because we have risen. And I can tell you that the great who are whimpering and cowering behind those walls are looking pretty shook. To stand idly by and give in to demands to pay twice and 3 times for a public water supply that we have paid for already. We are not prepared to see hundreds of millions of our money in meter contracts to line the pockets of the companies of Dennis O'Brien. And we are certainly not prepared to allow this government who lied its way into office to con and rob us anymore. We have had enough.
Blood clear!
Power to the
said that this street down here, I think that's Marion Square West and Marion Square South, if they filled up, we would 50 or 60,000. They're pretty full. In fact, not only are they pretty full, but it's going around the back, it's going all around the square, and it's back to Trinity College. So if this street and this street is 60,000, and if these streets are packed, and all the surrounding streets are packed, how is the national broadcaster calling this crowd 30,000? Well, I'm calling this crowd at over 100,000. 30,000, where did I get them? Never knew there were so many comedians on RTE. We're going to have a bit poem now. We're going to slow things down now. Rita's got my blood racing.
He is freezing. Isn't it worth it? You are amazing. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm usually out there with you, so it's a little bit weird to be looking out at you, because I'm usually in the middle with me sign. So I can't believe it. Like, look at the crowd, look at who's around you, and I want you all to pat everybody on the back for doing it, because these are unbelievable for coming out. And we're lucky. Anyway, I'm not here to be talking, I'm here to be singing. So, I'm going to sing a song for you now that I learned off me ma. So I hope you like it. It's called Legal Illegal. Every time you pick up a newspaper, every time you switch on the TV, you can bet your old boots that at some point you'll see a high-ranking Garda or else a TD calling on all who are meant to be free to stand up and defend law and order. Well, it's illegal to rip off a payroll, it's illegal to hold up a train, but it's legal to rip off $1 million or $2 million that comes from the men labour that other folk do.
That's completely inadequate, and we demand nothing less than the complete abolition of water charges in Irish law. We furthermore express no confidence in this government. I'm not even going to ask who's against it. Anybody from Wexford here? Okay, for the boys and girls of Wexford. That's for the government, not for Wexford. So for the boys and girls for Wexford, they want to say to this assembly that while we acknowledge the policy of the right of water, based on the principle of water as a human right, and calling for the abolition of water charges, Wexford wants all those campaigning to refuse to pay. Wexford was one of the pilot areas for water meters and wants all of you to do like they did and to burn and tear up and get rid of the water bills when they arrive. All those and this one is from Richard Boybara TD, and he's calling for local assemblies to be held early in February, mass local assemblies where you the people decide on the future of this campaign, including non-payment and your attitude to the general election. Who do you want to see in power? All those in favour? Furthermore, we're proposing that there's a National People's Assembly indoors in February where we take votes and decide on the future of this campaign. All those in favour? And last but not least, I'm on the steering committee of Irish Water, and the message we want to send out to every village, every town, every city, every parish from today, on the 31st of January, 2 days before registration is due, we want you all to repeat what you did on the 1st of November and march in your tens of thousands in your home area, in your local town, in your village, and give the government the red card. So once more, give the government the red card. Out, 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 out,
Well, I never thought. Breed, we all know Breed Smith, well, a lot of you will know Breed Smith. And Breed is usually say, Breed, will you do something for 10 minutes? And Breed will do 20. And you say, Breed, will you do something for 20 minutes? And Breed will do a half an hour. That's the first time ever that Breed Smith talked less than we asked her to talk. But you did a great job. Thanks, Breed. Thanks, Michael. Now we're going to have some music. He's one of our own. Well, I said that as if I'm a dub. I'm not a dub, but, you know, get on all right with some of you. But this guy is a superb musician. Welcome to the stage, Mr. Damien Dempsey, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you know who he is?
He's just a Dublin singer. Sings a bit like Christy Moore, I think. A little bit like Christy Moore.
Akarja, I think we need a referendum now.
Yeah!
We have to get it into the constitution that they can't privatise our water. Enda Kenny says this won't happen, but in 1994 he said that a property tax would be immoral and unconstitutional. So talk is cheap. Anyway, fair play to you, my friends, for being here today. I feel proud to be Irish today. Sing a song. He's just back from across the seas. Glenn Hansard's going to sing a song with us too. My friends, we do this song together. It's an old Brendan Behan song, so I might get you all singing along. And I think if Brendan had been alive today, he'd have been here marching with us to get up on stage singing, you know. So let's sing together in unison. Who started all that? A hungry feeling came on me stealing.
When
in the morning. A squirrel was falling, saying, get up, Belsey, and clean out yourself. Everybody look! I'm in love, we'll march together. In any weather, we cannot let them sell our water off. Go away! I won't give a penny tender you can't install your meter right on your home. And the hours try. Sing it, come on, right on. The whole street, that way, that way. And the hours I go, where jingles jangle, all along
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Derek and Audrey from Edenmore from Dublin says, oh, don't be so shy, Audrey, you were never shy before.
I am so for sure. They're fighting Irish, and we will carry on. I'm also very proud to share this special day with some wonderful people, the Detroit Water Brigade. It has been an honour to meet them and spend time with them, and they are standing in solidarity with Ireland today, so well done to them. We already pay for contaminated water through our taxes. We will not, repeat, not pay again. The corruption in this country needs to end now. And Kenny and Co have shown they do not care about us, the people of this country. They care about the banksters. And thanks everybody, and everybody across this country. Keep up the good work. Be proud of yourselves, because I, for one, am proud of each and every one of you. Thank you very much.
Michael Noonan and Leo Varadkar said protests come and go. But this protest is here today to tell them that they are going. Ellen Kelly, do you remember the People's Contract? It's just been bloody revoked. We began a campaign after watching the people of Toga and Cork out in Needmore. We decided we were standing up and we were going to fight the installation of water meters in our community. We were so damn good at it, they gave us a prize of a couple of injunctions. We got bored, so we decided to break them bloody injunctions. Standing here, I'm looking at them barriers and I'm wondering if I am 20 metres within them barriers. Because we got so bored with them injunctions, we broke it again.
Yes!
They dragged us up to the courts. 9 ordinary citizens. And then there was another 9 to face the High Court in a civil suit. It was no longer GMC Sierra versus 18 people from Cork. From Edenmore. It was now 18 people against the government. They thought that bringing us to the High Court would scare the life out of us. We were that afraid that we went down to Stony Batter to stand with them yesterday. We have travelled all across North Dublin to stop water meter installations. We don't give a damn about injunctions. But there's one thing we will ask, that each and every one of you come out and join us, our communities, and keep these meters out. It's all well and good to read the charges, but if they get the meters in, we will be back fighting in 5-10 years against water charges. It's time to finish it all once and for all. And if Ellen Kelly doesn't get the bloody message today, that it's time for him and the rest of the parasites in that open prison behind me. We will come back in January and we will throw them bloody out. If Ellen Kelly thinks that sending the police to my door is going to scare the life out of me, he obviously hasn't seen my children, because they scare the life out of me. And if they said if I back down, they'll make my life a misery. And there's no bloody chance of me backing down. And there's no bloody chance of you backing down. Ellen Kelly, after every protest, has come back with a concession. He can shove them concessions up his bloody ass. We said we're not paying, and we're not paying. From the river to the sea,
Irish water will be free!
From the river to the sea,
Irish water will be free!
When I say come back,
We say fight back!
when I say come back.
We say fight back!
Thank you.
Thank you.
And don't forget, make sure you can put the pressure on your TDs in your local communities. Let them know there's nowhere to hide.
Power to the people!
Their rights would not have been vindicated. I want you to give a huge welcome to who I consider to be one of the best trade unionists in Ireland, Jimmy Kelly from Unite.
Thanks, Sean. Comrades, it's great to be part of a fantastic movement that started with 100,000 people on the streets, grew to 150,000, and has grown into what we have here today. The power of the people, that's been said by so many speakers, won't go away. It is an unstoppable force that will push this government into withdrawing the water charges. We've had fantastic speeches from everybody about water charges. What I want to do is share the platform with workers who for the past 15 weeks have been fighting and battling in a strike against a rat of a contractor, a building contractor named Rattigan.
None other than Dennis O'Brien. Well, the government keep on telling us that we need three things. We need clarity, we need certainty, and we need affordability. Well, we need clarity on that. We need certainty. In that we want to be certain that we're not going to be turned into customers. We're citizens with rights, and water is a right. And when it comes to affordability, we can't afford to keep on paying back the debts.
Who's up there? What's up? I never found it.
Irish water, Irish nation, no privatization.
Stop! Ain't a penny, not a penny, we won't pay at all, cause corruption of your policies is worse than being a fall. Jenny and Kenny, watch the paper trail.
Irish water's not for sale, no privatization. Irish water, Irish nation, no privatization. Stop!
Obvious, we've seen it all before. They try to call us terrorists, so you batter down the door. We're from Rossmore to Johnstown, the 20-metre ban. Police brutality is black and tan.
No privatization. Irish water, Irish nation. No privatization. Stop.
Well, the government are fighting a fight they're gonna lose. Charging us for water that we can hardly use. The chloride, the fluoride, the cryptosporidium, flush them out, cause it's time to get rid of them.
No privatization. Irish water, Irish nation. No privatization. Stop.
I know there's 50,000 people and they're out in the street, all marching to the same beat. 100,000 people and they're on the street, all marching to the same beat. We've got 150,000 people out on the street, all marching to the same beat. We've got 500,000 people out on the street, all marching to the same beat.
There's no backing down, no concessions will do. The people have spoken, you know what to do. The time has come to stand and fight, and not put up with the same old shite. We will strike, we will fight. Water is a human right.
We will strike, we will fight. Water is a human right. No privatization. Irish water, Irish nation. No privatization. Stop. No privatization. Irish water, Irish nation. No privatization.